Hello, and welcome to Simply Explained English, where understanding the English language is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
That's right, Eric. In this podcast, we explain English as a simple concept, as usual, using easy-to-understand terms.
Whether you're just starting out or looking to improve your language skills, you're in the right place.
Stay tuned, folks. It's going to be easy to learn English with Simply Explained English. Okay, Eric, what are the words today?
The first word today is permission. Then we will continue with to be allowed and skill. Then to be fed up. And the final one is hit the jackpot.
Okay, let's move on to our first word, Eric.
The first word today is permission.
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 Permission. That sounds important. Can you explain what it means?
Certainly, Lisa. When someone tells you, yes, you can do it, it means you have permission to do it.
Can you give us some examples, Eric?
Of course. Imagine you're a student in class and you want to go to the restroom. You might raise your hand and ask the teacher, "Can I go to the restroom, please?"
Oh, I understand. So, permission is when someone says it's okay for you to do something.
Exactly, Lisa. And in another scenario, let's say you want to borrow your friend's book. You might say, "Do you mind if I borrow your book?" And your friend might reply, "Sure, you have my permission."
So in that case, permission is giving someone the right to do something.
That's correct. Let's have a look at our example dialogue.
Hey, Jenny, can I fly my drone here?
I'm not sure. Let me ask the park ranger for permission.
Yes, you have permission to fly your drone here, as long as you follow the park's regulations.
It's great, Sam. It's always best to get permission first.
Do you think there are situations where permission can be important?
Absolutely, Lisa. For example, when we're children, we need our parents' permission to go out or do certain activities. And even as adults, we sometimes need permission from our bosses or other people who are responsible for doing some things.
I see. So permission helps to understand that things are done safely and responsibly.
Exactly. And sometimes, if we don't ask for permission, we could get into trouble or upset someone.
True. Asking for permission can avoid problems. Well, that's all about permission. Let's move on to the next word.
All right, Lisa, let's dive into our next word. It's to be allowed.
To be allowed.
To be allowed.
That sounds like it's related to permission. Can you explain it to us, Eric?
Sure, Lisa. To be allowed means to have permission, or something means to have the right to do it.
I see. So it's about having the okay to do something, isn't it?
Sure thing. Imagine you're a student in class and you want to use your phone. You might ask the teacher, "Am I allowed to use my phone during class?"
Oh, I get it now. So, to be allowed is when someone says, it's okay for you to do something.
Exactly, Lisa. In another scenario, let's say you're visiting a museum and you see a sign that says, "No photography allowed." That means you can't take photos inside the museum.
So in that case, to be allowed means having the right or permission to do something.
That's correct. It's all about having the right or green light to do a certain action. Now let's look at our example dialogue.
Hey Sarah, are we allowed to bring outside food into the theater?
I'm not sure, Tom. Let me check the theater's policy. Excuse me. Are we allowed to bring outside food into the theater?
I'm sorry, outside food and drinks are not allowed inside the theater.
It's a very good example. So, do you think there are situations where to be allowed is important?
Absolutely, Lisa. For instance, when driving, you need to be allowed to park in certain areas to avoid getting a ticket. Or when entering a building, you need to be allowed access by showing your ID.
I see. So to be allowed helps us understand that we have the right to do something in different situations.
Yes, Lisa, it's important to know the rules and follow them to ensure everything goes well.
Well, that was a great explanation, Eric. Thanks for clarifying to be allowed for us.
No problem, Lisa. And remember, listeners, always make sure you're allowed before taking action.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to the next word. What is the next word, Eric?
The next word is skill.
Skill?
Skill. Skill. That's an interesting word. It means the ability to do something well. Skills can be learned or improved with practice.
And everyone has different skills. Let's use it in a dialogue. Imagine two friends talking at school.
I heard you're really good at playing the guitar.
Thanks. I've been practicing a lot. It's a skill I really enjoy improving.
I wish I had a musical skill like you. I'm better at sports, I guess.
That's cool. Every skill is important. Maybe you can teach me something about sports and I can teach you the guitar.
That's a great dialogue, Eric. It shows how skills can be different for everyone. And we can share and learn from each other.
Right, Lisa. What skill are you proud of?
I'm quite good at drawing, I think. It's a skill I've been practicing since I was a kid. How about you, Eric?
For me, it's cooking. I love trying new recipes and improving my cooking skills. It's fun to see the progress.
That's fantastic, Eric. Sharing your skills with others can also bring a lot of joy. Have you ever taught someone how to cook?
Yes, I've taught a few friends. It's amazing to teach them knowledge and see them get excited about cooking. What about you, Lisa?
Yes, I have. I've given my younger cousin some drawing lessons. It's nice to see her enjoy and improve her drawing skills.
That's wonderful. Sharing and learning skills can be a useful experience for both sides. It helps us grow and connect with others.
Absolutely, Eric. Skills are a big part of personal growth and can also build strong friendships. Remember, everyone, no matter what skill you want to learn or improve, it's all about practice and patience.
Well said, Lisa. Whether it's drawing, cooking, playing an instrument, or sports, every skill is valuable. Keep practicing, everyone.
Okay, let's move on to our next word. What is the next word, Eric?
The next word is to be fed up.
To be fed up.
To be fed up.
To be fed up? What does that mean?
It means to be very tired of something, or to be annoyed because something has been happening for too long.
Can you give us some examples?
Sure. Imagine two friends talking. One friend says, "I am fed up with this rain. It's been a week."
And the other friend might say, "Me too. I want to see the sun again."
That's right. They are both tired of the rain.
Can we use to be fed up in other situations?
Yes, like when you have too much work. You might say, "I'm fed up with all these reports."
So, it's not just about the weather or small things.
Correct. It can be about anything that makes you feel tired or annoyed. So let's see it in an example dialogue.
I'm so fed up with this old computer. It keeps crashing, and I can't get my work done.
I know what you mean. I'm fed up with the slow internet connection in the office. It's driving me crazy.
We should talk to the boss about upgrading our equipment. I'm tired of dealing with these issues every day.
That's a great example, Eric. It shows how people can be fed up with different things in their working lives, like technology problems at work.
Definitely. When you're fed up, it often means you've been patient for a while, but have finally reached your limit. People often do something or make some changes when they are fed up. Lisa, have you ever been fed up with something?
Yes, once I was fed up with the noise from my neighbors' late-night parties. I finally knocked on their door and explained the problem. Luckily, they were understanding.
It's good that you found a solution. I remember being fed up with my old phone constantly crashing. I decided to save money for a new one, and it was totally worth it.
Feeling fed up can definitely motivate us to solve problems. But it's also important to handle the situation calmly and respectfully.
Right, Lisa. It's okay to feel fed up, but how we express it and solve the issue is key. Remember, everyone, if you're fed up with something, try to solve it in a positive way.
Wise words, Eric. Whether it's talking to someone about a problem or looking for alternatives, there are ways to manage when we're fed up.
Definitely. And remember, it's okay to feel this way sometimes. Just be sure to find a positive solution.
Thanks for explaining to be fed up, Eric. It's been helpful.
You're welcome, Lisa. And we hope our listeners aren't fed up with our podcast.
I think they like our podcast, Eric. Remember, listeners, if there is something you want us to change in our podcast, please write to us. So let's keep learning together. Can you explain the last word, Eric?
The last word is hit the jackpot.
Hit the jackpot.
Hit the jackpot.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Hit the jackpot means having a big success or suddenly winning a large amount of money, especially in gambling. But it can also mean having great success in other areas of life.
Right, Eric. It's like being very lucky or successful. Let's show an example with a dialogue. Imagine two friends chatting in a cafe.
Guess what? I got that job I applied for, and the salary is even higher than I expected.
Wow, congrats. It sounds like you really hit the jackpot with this new job.
Thanks. I feel really lucky. It's like all my hard work has finally paid off.
That dialogue was spot on, Eric. Sarah literally hit the jackpot by getting that job.
Yes, Lisa. Hit the jackpot can also be used in many other situations. For example, it can show you have achieved your dream success as well.
Great point, Eric. Have you ever felt like you hit the jackpot?
Yes, when I was accepted into my university, I was like, hit the jackpot. It was my first choice and I couldn't believe my luck. What about you, Lisa?
I felt that way when I had my dog. She's brought so much joy into my life, truly like, I hit the jackpot.
Those are both great examples of how hit the jackpot can be more than just about money. It's about feeling incredibly lucky or happy about an outcome.
Exactly. It shows that success can come in many forms and sometimes.
Well said, Lisa. I hope our listeners find their own ways to hit the jackpot in their lives, in whatever form that may be.
Me too, Eric. Remember, everyone, to keep trying and stay positive. Who knows? You might hit the jackpot.
True, Lisa. And that's all for today's podcast. We hope you enjoyed learning about hit the jackpot and other phrases. We hope our examples helped you.
Don't forget to practice using these words and phrases in your everyday conversations to improve your English skills.
If you have any questions or suggestions for future episodes, feel free to reach out to us.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.